It all begins with Goku's return after his training with the Daishinkan. But not the Goku who laughed during fights or who always held back his power. This Goku who appears now is different. His eyes carry an intense silver glow, but with something more, something no being in the multiverse can explain. He returns after long and mysterious training with the Daishinkan. He doesn't say much, doesn't joke, just observes. When he steps into the Temple of All, the air changes. The sky grows heavy. The angels look at each other. Whis, suspicious, already senses something is about to happen. And then the Daishinkan appears. With his usual calm, he drops the bombshell. Whis, I want you to face Son Goku. No restrictions. You can fight seriously. You won't be erased for this. Everyone freezes. Whis stands up immediately, indignant. What do you mean? You want an angel to fight for real against a mortal? But the Daishinkan doesn't respond. He simply stares at Goku, as if witnessing the birth of something much greater. Whis gives a slight smile, as always, but there's something different in his tone. He knows this fight won't be like the others. He knows his student may have surpassed his master. The battlefield isn't just any. It's a dimension created by the Daishinkan himself, where time and space bend into infinite spirals. A place where no mistakes can be made. Goku is already there, standing, eyes closed, as if meditating while the universe around him crumbles into silence. Whis arrives floating, without his staff. This time, he'll use everything. They stare each other down. And without warning, the fight begins. What follows is no ordinary battle. It's an exchange of blows so fast, so intense, that the laws of physics beg for mercy. Goku moves almost invisibly. Whis keeps up, but not easily. With every passing second, the angel realizes, Goku isn't just getting faster, he's anticipating everything. As if he already knew what Whis would do before he even decided to act. Whis retreats. For the first time, the master is sweating. He then smiles and says, "You look different, very different." And that's when he decides to reveal his true form. His eyes lose their pupils. The usual white aura takes on golden hues, and the staff transforms into a spear of cosmic light. The entire field trembles. Whis begins to manipulate time in micro-intervals, creating copies of himself with their own consciousness, and unleashes everything. It's speed, precision, technique, and divine power. Goku is pushed back, swallowed by a sequence of angelic attacks. But he smiles. Cold. Focused. And then, the unexpected happens. Goku activates a new state. His eyes glow even brighter, now completely white. His aura disappears, as if it were no longer necessary. And he begins to move in ways that not even Whis can understand. He blocks before the blows are landed. He acts as if he's seen the future, or as if he's writing it there, live. Whis' clones are undone one by one with simple, clean, almost silent blows. The angel tries to keep up, but it's like trying to grab the wind with his hands. Goku has stopped fighting with his senses. Now he's using something greater. Whis recoils again, wounded. And for the first time in all of existence, he looks frightened. You're touching something even we don't understand. And he was right. Goku closes his eyes, and in that moment, time freezes. The universe freezes. Not even Whis can move. The Daishinkan watches, gravely. He touched the gift that belongs to my bloodline. Goku opens his eyes. Blank. Empty. He no longer has aura. He no longer has weight. He is the very flow of reality. Whis' attacks fade before they can even be born. The dimensional shifts curve around Goku. The entire field surrenders to his presence. Whis tries to resist, but each of his blows is cancelled by a subtle gesture. Goku manipulates not only time and space, but also the very intention of the fight. He senses the origin of the attack and disarms the decision before it even becomes action. Whis is cornered, and he knows there is nothing more he can do. Even so, out of pride, out of honor, he rises once more. If this is my end, let it be at the hands of my greatest student. He leaves. With everything. A final blow, angelic, desperate. Goku also moves his hand. A simple gesture. The two collide. The universe flashes. And then, silence. Whis is down. His body glows, cracked, beginning to disintegrate into particles of pure energy. Goku falls to his knees beside him, despairing. Whis! No! I didn't mean to. It was just a test. You shouldn't have. You shouldn't. Whis smiles. A calm, peaceful smile. You did it, Goku. You went further. I always knew. I've always believed. And now, you carry something none of us have ever achieved. He reaches out, touching the Scion's face for the last time. Keep going. Protect everything. Go beyond even the Daishinkan, if necessary, but never forget who you are. And then, he fades. Goku, silent, kneels. The entire field is in ruins, stars fading and reappearing in the background. Daishinkan appears, placing a hand on his shoulder. You passed the test. But the price was high. Goku doesn't answer. His eyes still shine, but now, with tears of pure light streaming down. Across the universe, the gods feel the change. Xeno watches. The balance shifts. A new power is born. Goku rises, alone, and walks into the unknown. Whis is gone. But what he left, now lives in the only mortal who surpassed the angels themselves. That was the final lesson.
Whis, お前な。
大丈夫ですよ、ビルス様。頑張って。
Realizing the extent of the danger, decides to take action to restore order to the multiverse. He uses his time travel abilities to meet with Z fighters from various timelines and alternate universes, assembling an elite team to take on Makai Kabura, Demigura, and their army. The team includes Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, Trunks, Bardock, and even alternate versions of characters like Goku Black and Broly. The story begins in an alternate universe, where the timeline is in complete chaos due to Makai Kabura and Demigura's intervention. They managed to assemble an army of villains from different timelines and alternate universes, threatening everyone's existence. Whis, realizing the extent of the danger, decides to take action to restore order to the multiverse. He uses his time travel abilities to meet with Z fighters from various timelines and alternate universes, assembling an elite team to take on Makai Kabura, Demigura, and their army. The team includes Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, Trunks, Bardock, and even alternate versions of characters like Goku Black and Broly. The battle begins with an epic showdown between Whis and Makai Kabura. Makai Kabura, fueled by his desire to conquer all universes, demonstrates immense power and magical abilities that rival Whis. Meanwhile, Demigura engages in combat with the other Z fighters. The fight between Whis and Makai Kabura unfolds in a clash of cosmic abilities and magical techniques. Whis uses his incredible speed and agility to evade Makai Kabura's attacks while countering with his own powerful blows. The battle is accompanied by flashes of light, bursts of energy and changes in reality itself. As Whis fights valiantly, he notices that Makai Kabura and Demigura are growing more and more powerful as they absorb energy from the chaotic universes around them. Whis knows he needs to find a way to defeat them quickly, before they become unstoppable. He decides to use his ultimate technique, the Temporal Strike, which involves manipulating time to create an opening in space-time. However, this technique is extremely risky and consumes a tremendous amount of your own life energy. Whis unleashes the Temporal Strike, creating a rift in space-time that temporarily weakens Makai Kabura and Demigura. With one last burst of energy, he attacks the two villains, weakening them further. However, the technique comes at a high price. Whis, exhausted and weakened after using this technique, realizes that he himself is on the brink of death. He achieves a final victory by sealing Makai Kabura and Demigura away in an alternate dimension, but his body begins to slowly fade as he sacrificed his own life energy to accomplish this feat. The Z fighters and alternate versions of the characters watch with tears in their eyes as Whis slowly disappears, thanking everyone for their courage and sacrifice. His sacrifice is what saved the multiverse from certain destruction. The saga ends with an emotional tribute to Whis, remembering him as a true hero who gave his life to protect everyone's existence. This theory provides a dramatic and emotional setting for Dragon Ball heroes, with Whis playing a heroic and sacrificial role to protect the multiverse from an existential threat. That was our story. I hope you liked it. Don't forget to rate and comment if possible. Thank you very much for listening, and see you in the next video. Bye.